Sweet corn roll away. I'm Chantal and this is Millie.
Hello.
Millie.
Millie.
And we're doing a mukbang for you today. We've got some ribs here that Millie has made, and we've got some corn on the cob, and we've got some chips, and we've got some
mozzarella dippers
from Asda. There we are.
Have you had them before?
I can't remember. I've had the Morrison's ones, so they're probably similar. Oops. That was the lid.
We've also got some Q's to do.
Yeah, we've got some Q&As that people have sent
really
into Millie's
writing.
Instagram. So we're going to answer some of your questions and we're going to eat, because that is the point of a mukbang. It's an eating show, and Millie and I love to eat, so that's what we're going to do.
Literally my favourite pastime.
Yep, same. Is it a hobby? Can you call it a hobby?
Yeah, good. Absolutely.
Because that is my full-time hobby.
So how do you want your ribs cut? Do you want them thin, fat?
Like that.
Just like that?
Oh, it looks so good.
Ooh, hello. Ooh. I don't know if that's supposed to happen, but
I liked it.
this is nice and stable.
I love corn on the cob as a snack.
Can you eat it raw?
Yeah. And sometimes shave it into salad.
Look at my little finger. It does that all the time. Did yours do that?
Yeah. Well, I slice his dirty ribs. I love sweet corn.
The tins, I can just eat it out of the tin.
Right, I'm going to do it with my fingers.
I haven't tried this properly.
Cheers. I did it already. Cheers. So this is made from the seitan, isn't it?
I've done ribs before, and it was just like a wheat gluten. It was quite tough. So with these I added some mushrooms and some beans. I like these a lot.
Play your own trumpet. But you should, because they're good. Well done.
I love anything barbecue sauce, you know.
Mozzarella dippers as well. Mayonnaise.
You've made that, haven't you? Talk me through how you make that, because I've never done it. It's really thick. I thought it was going to be...
And that's watered down. I had to water it down with some soy milk. It was really thick. Sometimes it also works really well and sometimes it doesn't. But it's the soy milk and vegetable oil and formula that you can find. It's all over the internet. Vegan
You can flavour it, right?
I sometimes put dill in it and water it down a little and some extra nutritional yeast, because I put nooch in that, obviously. And
I love nooch.
Garlic, herbs, garlic powder, onion powder, that sort of thing. Bit of soy sauce sometimes, and it makes a good Caesar dressing. I made one for the magazine, a Caesar salad. So the recipe's probably on their website. I can't remember it off heart.
Such a funny noise, isn't it, that sweet corn makes? But it's so satisfying.
Satisfying, yeah. We should probably answer some of these questions.
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't we?
We're just getting distracted by the food. Okay. just gonna go randomly. So thank you for everyone that sent in the questions.
Basically, Millie asked some questions on her Instagram stories, and she's got a good response. So we're going to answer
There's some different ones on here.
I haven't heard any of these questions. Millie's written them out, but I don't know what any of them are.
So let's go in. How do you feel about your food being cooked on the same place as meat?
Nope. Straight up no. No thanks. Same oil as well in a chip shop.
Ugh.
My family are vegan as well, but they used to get chip shop chips. It didn't bother them, but it bothers me, so I didn't eat the chips.
Because Burger King brought out a burger last year, didn't they?
And it was only plant-based because they just couldn't manage to fry it on a different grill from the main burgers, which I just think is so gross.
It's ridiculous.
It's me personally, I find it really gross. And it wasn't like I was raised not eating meat. I used to eat meat, so, but now I thought it gross.
Oh, I need some mozzarella dippers. I was just going.
Myself, Rachel crust me, I don't mind.
I think I would bring the platter to me.
They're really good.
Oh no.
We've put a bit of cheese on our chips, but not much.
Applewood, your favourite? One of my favourites. Probably not my favourite.
We discussed this in another video,
Yeah.
soon to be released. About cheeses, and I don't think you told me your favourite.
No, I don't think I did. What is my favourite?
Not Applewood, you just said.
No. You know Morrison's? You don't have a Morrison's near you, I don't think.
They're cheddar.
Yeah.
Same company as Applewood.
I don't know that.
I'm pretty sure Heather Mills McCartney Bee Bites does Morrison's free from cheddar.
Well, I'm going to do them.
I think she does Applewood as well because you can buy it on her website, the Bee Bites website. You know where you get those salmon slices.
Yeah. I haven't tried those.
She
I
was
never
a
liked
pioneer.
salmon pre-vegan.
I did. Heather Mills is a pioneer.
So yeah, I know quite a few people that tried the Burger King burger.
Really?
I don't necessarily agree with it myself.
It's such a shame because I want to try it, but I just can't bring myself to.
I'd try it if it was the first burger that they put on the grill and it had it had been thoroughly cleaned and I knew that there was no chance at all of any cross-contamination. I think that would be fine.
But you can't.
I'd buy the patty from them to cook myself, but then
Might as well be making my burger.
they're just idiots. Yeah,
What is the burger they use?
I don't know actually.
If this is how, sorry, a spat sweet corn. If this is how we answer
You got on
one
my
question.
plate?
Maybe.
I don't mind. Go on.
This is how we answer one question. We're not going to get through this.
No, we're not.
We're still on one question.
Okay. I don't know who sent any of these in, so that's why I just said like a round the board thank you. What is the type of food that you haven't tried but you want to?
I make it my business to try every food that's available, so that's a hard question.
So I can probably answer that
Go on,
if
yeah.
you want to think about it. So
Right.
I haven't tried Aki.
I was going to give you some the other week and I didn't.
It's totally fine. But anyway, I
Right.
haven't had a chance to try that. Also, what's another food like that?
Breadfruit. It's not the same fruit. It's in a tin and it's like...
I haven't tried that, but I've seen it.
I've tried it.
And is Aki like Caribbean?
Yeah. So is breadfruit.
There's another Caribbean food that I really want to try. But I haven't, but I can't think what it is now.
Not durian. No.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's a bit like jackfruit. Really smells apparently.
And also, Ebenezer cooks.
Hey.
He cooks something, jollof rice.
That's easy to make. I've made that before.
Well, his is the best. So
Does
maybe.
he say that? Well, you better send us some and we'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. So Aki, jollof rice, and maybe just some more like Caribbean, African foods. I feel like I haven't really explored that cuisine as much as I'd like to.
I'm lucky that I'm in a position that my job, I had to. Because they were foods that we had to make for the magazine and stuff. So that's probably why I've tried a lot of this. Like Aki for the first time.
What else can you do with that then? Because you've made scrambled Aki, which is like scrambled egg, right?
Yeah. I don't know actually. You do it with like pretend saltfish.
Yeah.
So it's Aki in itself, not pretending to be anything. But then you just cook it in a similar fashion to make scrambled eggs. So, I don't know. if you can answer that question, alternative things to do with ackee apart from cooking it as ackee itself and as tofu, ackee scramble.
Blah blah blah. What's your favourite vegan chocolate? Do you have a favourite?
Huh? I like Vigo.
Yeah.
Momo's quite good. That one that Aldi does in special buys sometimes, the foreign one. I've got some in the cupboard. But I think you can't buy it usually in the UK unless Aldi have it on special.
Is it from France?
I don't know. I think it might be Switzerland.
Oh,
I don't know. I can get the packet out if you want.
somewhere in the EU. Anyway. They do the white one, don't they? Yeah, I know what one you mean.
What about you? I do like dark chocolate. I've always liked dark chocolate before being vegan, so chocolate wasn't a hard thing to find for me. I prefer dark chocolate to white and milk. So
I'm not a massive sweet person.
I'm not.
I'm way more savoury. But recently I tried the Eat Raw wafer thing. It's supposed to be like a Kinder Bueno.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're sending me some. They said they would.
It's genuinely insane. So good.
I really.
Do you have a favourite vegan food brand?
It's so hard. I've answered this question before somewhere else. I think someone asked me recently. But so many big brands now are masking parent companies that aren't very ethical. So you could say, oh, I love Ben & Jerry's ice cream, but they're under the bracket of Unilever, which aren't a favourite company of mine. Do you know what I mean? So Hellmann's, for example, Hellmann's vegan mayonnaise, Unilever again. So I find that quite a hard question. I do really like Bee Bites just because I know Heather Mills McCartney's vegan and she does it like for her passion of vegan food, and so brands like that, you know, I guess people like, I don't know.
They're one of can't speak. They're one of the more well-known brands, aren't they? Bee Bites.
And then obviously smaller companies. But they're not necessarily brands. I would say brands are big names. And Oatly was a big fan. I was a big fan of Oatly, but now they've sold some of their souls to Blackstone.
Oh yeah, Blackstone.
So who the hell knows anymore? You know?
We're all lied to.
Yeah. So
favourite vegan sausage and burger?
oh, I love Richmond sausages.
They've just brought out a burger, haven't they?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
I don't know which supermarket they're in actually. Maybe Asda?
I didn't see
Sainsbury's?
Actually, I didn't look in Asda, and I was in Asda for the first time in absolute months, like pre-lockdown. I haven't been to Asda. That was better.
Well. What about burger?
I really like Naked Glories because it's got that char grill flavour. Really like that. Not as easy to come by, I found. I really like Beyond Meat when they came out.
Yeah.
They're bloody expensive. And I've tried since then Naked Glory, so. But I think Naked Glory burgers are probably going to taste the same as Richmond's, as in Richmond sausages are also Naked Glory sausages.
Oh.
I think they're the same company. So.
There we go then.
So a lot of the brands we're eating are actually, for example, She's, I think is the cheese that you find in Tesco's and Sainsbury's, the free from. It's like that, isn't it? So, which is fine, you know. Iceland no bull chunks, chicken chunks, tastes like Naked Glory, you know. Yeah. So what's your favourite? Because you haven't actually answered the question.
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep getting distracted by food.
And I keep talking a lot.
Yeah, well that's fine. What's my favourite? So, have you tried the green cuisine things?
Yeah, not that huge a fan.
No, I think they're kind of like Marmite. You either love them or you hate them. I really like them. I really like the sausages and the burgers and the meatballs.
I like them for the fact that they're bird's eye, and then they're bringing plant-based food into mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, they're a big brand. Yes, they have a lot of meat items. However, they had an advert for their meat-free burgers on mainstream TV. So that is a positive.
Yeah.
And because they can do that, because they've got other brands, you know, they have the money behind them to advertise vegan products on mainstream TV. So Life is starting to do that, so they're obviously doing quite well as well.
So actually, Sainsbury's Scream Dogs.
My local Sainsbury's in Frinton
Don't do them.
hasn't done them for ages, which is really irritating.
What Liberty?
I know, I have mentioned the name. Maybe they'll hear and stop them in.
How about like chain restaurants? Do you have a favourite? Not necessarily only vegan, but just a chain restaurant in general that have the best vegan options in your opinion.
Oh. I feel like I've forgotten everything I knew before about eating out. That's a good one.
Sorry, I wasn't even listening to what you were saying.
Maybe this is why we don't eat out anymore. Just kidding, I don't care about the bacon.
I'll carry on.
Hmm.
Let me cut that out for you.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage this. You might have to have it as a snack on the way home while you're driving.
Or Steph can have it. Alright, I won't
Like that.
eat with the driving.
I saw a pack of Oreos in your car.
We don't talk about that. Did you answer the question? No.
I like independent vegan eateries, and they're all in London. And you know, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that Rudy's is my favourite. Shout out to them. I just bought one of their DIY kits and it just took me back. Bella, shush.
Papa John's.
Yeah.
Happy John's.
So they are a chain and they're purely pizza, but I do really love a Papa John's pizza. I wish I could crack one out like that. I'm just drinking the fizz and nothing's happening.
I'm glad that you don't mind.
No, of course I don't. Ooh.
If we could high five, I'd high five you at that. Please, can I have some more mayo?
My magic mayo.
Mm.
Do you like it?
Mm. What sort of blender did you use to make that?
Stick blender, hand blender, you know.
Okay. Blender in a jug.
No, I transfer it, Millie. I don't make it in the jug. Oh, you mean, I see what you mean, sorry.
Blend it in the jug.
Yeah, and then move it into a jar.
Yeah. You don't make it in the jar. Was that what you thought I meant?
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
So, I don't know, I can't remember what I used to do in life. I don't leave the house anymore, Millie, that's why you had to come to me.
Mm.
You remind me of what there's out there.
Wagamamas?
Yes, love Wagamamas. Yes, now you're refreshing. That ramen bowl they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And their bao buns.
I think the bao buns are overrated.
I do like them, they're probably overrated, but I like them, you know.
You get two, they're like £6.
True, true.
And they got like one bit of mushroom, one bit of aubergine with panko breadcrumbs in. Before, with their old menu, they didn't even used to do mayo.
Yeah, they
now
put
they've got a little
sriracha.
squidge of mayo on.
Mm. Wagamamas, yeah.
Mm. How about their bamboo and cauliflower though?
I don't know if that came out when I was still visiting places to eat.
Mm.
It's bang bang cauliflower isn't necessarily something I buy when I'm out. Maybe I'll try it.
Good.
Where else?
Yo Sushi?
Yo Sushi. I've only had that KFC box meal from them. You know? Do you remember that? It's terrible.
I thought it was dreadful.
Awful. Chicken nuggets and chips. And they called it that was ridiculous.
It was called
What a
T-
letdown.
YFC, like
Yeah, something
Yo
rubbish.
fried chicken. No.
Do you want to
I
come
don't
and
like
Bella? Where else?
Tried the Pizza Hut pizzas?
They're alright. Not as good as Papa John's. Actually, they are alright. Actually, I do like them. Yeah. Need to go back there. Try their stuffed crust. Are they still doing that? Where else? Remind me.
Domino's have just brought out their pizza.
Have you tried it yet?
No.
No, me neither. Maybe we...
This is interesting, and I think you'll have an answer straight away for this.
Like I did with the burger on the grill as the meat.
It's not actually food related.
I haven't used this at all.
What one thing or thing? Okay, I'm going to ask a question now. What thing or things do you wish you could change about the vegan community?
Oh.
Which is actually a really interesting question.
I wish new activists would stop telling people that have been vegan for quite some time how to do activism. I wish other vegans would stop criticising those vegans that don't do much activism.
Yeah.
For example, I did a lot of activism. My boyfriend has never done any activism because he's an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
You never see him on this camera, you'll never see him much on my Instagram because he doesn't like it. Therefore I respect him and I won't put him in an uncomfortable position. And so he won't ever do activism. He doesn't want to stand on the streets. He'll tell his friends, especially when he's had a few drinks.
If he's asked, maybe.
Yeah, or if he's asked, he will spill about veganism. He will tell them that they're wrong. But I do not agree with when people say, if you're not doing activism as a vegan, that's not to say if you're put in an uncomfortable situation where you're told you can't have this because you're vegan, like we're not going to make any special requirements for you because you're vegan. That's not to say you accept that. You do not accept that. You say, no, I'm vegan, I have rights. And Steve would do that. But he's just not going to go out in the streets and do any activism like that. That's one of the issues I have with the vegan community. I've seen a lot on Facebook actually as well, call outs, people that are calling out other vegans just so they can be better activists. It's happening a lot with men. There's a lot of men out there that do not like other people being activists because it takes the glory away from them. And this isn't about the glory of you, this is about shining a light on the animals and their situation, and that is being forgotten, and that's what I don't like about some of the things, you know, what the question was, and that's my issue at the moment.
Favourite plant milk? I think we know this.
Oat.
Yeah.
Next question.
Mine's my favourite plant milk. It's probably just basic soy milk.
Really? So when I asked you
Cheap
£3 earlier, what milk would you prefer with your coffee?
I was like, do I fancy something different, or do I want to go with my
quite hard time there.
But yeah, cheap soy milk. I get Aldi's own brand. But to be fair, I've tried, because I feel quite privileged that I can afford to buy more expensive milks. So I feel like I should support the smaller companies like Brewed Health, Crude Coffee, which are the new boys on the block. Big up Crude. You've tried some of their milk.
Yes,
I tried some when I came here last time.
They're good.
And they are really good. At the moment they're available on their website now.
Yeah, on their website.
Packs of 6. I don't know what the pricing is, do you know?
You can buy them individually as well. £1.90 for one, which is the same price
isn't too bad.
as Oatly. Or you can get a 6-pack, which works out the same as
it just
one.
splashed back in my eye. Has that ever happened? No, okay, great. Anyway, cool. Plant milk. I actually really like cashew milk.
Okay.
You like cashew milk?
Haven't had it in a while.
It's good. Hazelnut milk?
Like
Innocent doing nice hazelnut
I really
milk?
like hazelnut milk in coffee. And it just got a bit rich for me actually.
Hazelnut hot chocolate is the one.
For cooking I love using soy milk. Things like mayonnaise and stuff are eating soy milk.
I'm not sure what would happen there, but it's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what would you do if someone close to you made you something non-vegan by accident?
Cry.
Oh, okay.
Everyone close to me is vegan.
Yeah.
Even my grandma. In her early days she made me stuff by accident or on purpose, I'm not entirely sure, but in her early days of veganism, I would just find it completely, I don't know actually, if it's by accident, I would be just really upset. But how do you know if it's by accident? They're not going to say, I accidentally put this in here.
Or like,
you wouldn't
if
know.
they bought something from the shop for you thinking that it was vegan. I know someone that went to visit her nanny and granddad who were non-vegan, and they bought a load of corn things, thinking that they were suitable.
But they had egg in.
Yeah, but my friend felt too embarrassed to say these aren't vegan, so I think they took them home and gave them to some...
Yeah, fair enough, that's a good idea. But if you don't have the option of giving it to someone, I would generally just say something, but I'm a big mouth. Like one of my family members gave me some marzipan recently.
Oh.
And
actually,
it was Christmas time actually, so not recently. This year has just been a blur. So it had shellac as a coating, which I know it does. You can tell because it was shiny. So I looked to see, because I had an inkling it would either be beeswax or shellac or something like that. And it did, and I just said, these aren't vegan. Back. Because I think it teaches them as well to look. So if they do want to buy something for you, which is really sweet, they'll just use their eyes more and they'll get more of an education out of it as well, I think. In a non-patronising way, that's the way I see it. It's training them as well to look.
Some of the most ridiculous things have egg or milk powder in.
Like earlier that, actually it wasn't so ridiculous because it's buffalo sauce, and I explained buffalo sauce is made of butter. It's quite creamy.
But I find it really bizarre when things like gravy granules have milk in.
Yeah.
But why?
Flavour enhancer.
Yeah,
things like whey.
I don't do this very often, but when I do, I'll own it and I'll tell people that I've done it. And I bought a spice mix. It was like a barbecue spice mix from Iceland. And I bought it because I didn't think anything of it. I was like, barbecue spice mix, it will be like, I don't know, onion, garlic, paprika, all of these things flavoured together. And I got it home and I looked and it had milk in it.
Yeah.
I was really pissed off actually, but I didn't. Not that I'm holding a grudge or anything.
I think that
but I don't shop in Iceland
enhanced.
anymore.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually really fortunate because my non-vegan friends are really respectful of it, and
I don't have non-vegan friends, no.
But if they were to get something for me, they'd check and they'd double check, or they'd ask me. So
yeah, it is about respect as well. If people are doing it intentionally, they've got no respect for you, so you shouldn't be friends with them anyway.
Yeah, if someone gave you something and it was obvious that it wasn't vegan or suitable for vegans or whatever, and they just didn't care to look, then I probably just wouldn't be their friend anymore. I
think I'm acting really distracted at the moment. It's because there's 3 dogs in here all pining for food, and that is very distracting.
We love dogs.
We love dogs, but they're distracting. Especially when
I just keep hearing their little feet just like pat, 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 pat.
And then sometimes Bella's sitting there going...
Maybe people think that that's us.
Our bellies.
Or something else.
Is there many more questions?
I don't know, I've done them randomly.
Oh, that was clever.
Ha, this is quite funny. Would you rather have finger-shaped toes or toe-shaped fingers? Finger-shaped toes. So just like really long toes.
Finger-shaped toes because you can cover them with feet, but your hands are constantly exposed. So if you had hands that had toes on instead of fingers, that would be gross. But like the witches do in Roald Dahl, they put shoes on their square toes, which is what you can do. I hide my toes anyway because I hate feet. So
I don't like feet.
I might as well have fingers for toes because I hide my feet.
Fingers for toes. So yeah, but your feet would be like that. You'd be walking along and you'd be like...
Yeah, but if you shoved them all in a shoe that was your right size... My toes don't do that when I'm walking because I have shoes on.
Oh yeah, good point.
Because I buy shoes for my feet size.
But then if you had toes on your fingers and you just have to wear gloves all the time, it'd be so embarrassing.
Exactly.
But then if everyone had toes for fingers, you wouldn't know any different.
Yeah, but they don't, do they? I don't know.
Interesting. I don't know.
To be explored further from someone that has fingers as toes.
That's probably it.
So thanks for sending in all your questions, guys. When we eventually upload this video, and when I say we, Bella, please give me a moment. When I say we, I mean Millie is currently editing all these videos because I don't know how to.
Trying to.
She's also trying.
Really hard.
As in we're winging life entirely. When we say that, we mean it. When we eventually upload our videos, please let us know your thoughts. If you have any more questions to ask us and you want this to be a regular thing, if you hate our mukbangs and the majority...
Tell us as well, I don't mind.
If the majority of you say yes, you hate them, then we just won't do them again. But we're having
move
fun.
Country. Oh, actually, do that and we might move to France. Which is actually what we want to do.
plot thickens. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed us eating vegan ribs that Millie made.
Yeah,
Very
we didn't eat
nicely.
them all.
They're still here if you want some.
Actually, look at that on camera. That looks great. Well
I
done.
know.
Well done, me.
Well done, you. And I didn't even get the shiny barbecue side.
I'm actually, I'm gonna try and write up a recipe for that because I was
That's what the shine is.
I really did like that.
Please write a recipe for that. Put it
And,
in our recipe book.
Yeah.
That we don't have.
So, yeah, if there's anything that you want us to try, if there's any brands that you want us to try,
any more ideas for mukbangs, basically, because
we're out of ideas. Pretty much.
we're not, but we want people to enjoy these videos, so
give the people
what
what they
dog
want.
growling down there, so we've got to go. Okay, take care, everyone, and keep it vegan and stay safe. These are funny times. Bye.